Welcome back to Season 2 of Frat Fluent Podcast. Find us on Patreon, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Disclaimer: this podcast is not for children or younger teens due to sexual content and foul language. Listener discretion advised. Welcome to the Frat.
What's up, guys? You're now listening to the Frat Fluent Podcast. I'm your boy Moe, and
I'm Shelton.
There we go.
Spencer or Gibby, what's your take?
Oh man, they're like two of the funniest. You could argue.
No. Who would you hit?
Spencer. Yeah, Spencer could get it. Yeah.
Spencer could get it.
Yeah. He's a stud. He's artistic. You know, at least he'll make a sculpt. You know what? He'd probably make a sculpture of me afterwards. I'd be like, wow, thanks, Spence. Give me a shot of Spence. You know.
I for sure feel like when Gibby.
You're more of a Gibby guy.
I just feel. For sure Spencer. If you say Gibby, like, come on. I for sure feel like Gibby when he gets older and starts experimenting and stuff. You know, he settles down with his old lady. You know, and he's having a rough time getting to the finish line. He's gonna be like, say the thing, and she's gonna go, Gibby, and he's gonna go, Gibby.
They're both. That was definitely a tough choice though. Like if you're looking for, they both make you laugh. You'll get that at least.
Oh yeah, Spencer was my favorite character.
Oh, dude, he was up there. He was big time. There was an episode where he just couldn't stop pranking people. You know what I'm talking about? That's the first time I was like, all right, this guy's my favorite guy.
Jen and I were rewatching iCarly for a little bit, and then we just kind of didn't. But we watched the episode where he got stuck in the vent, and
when they were going after the chicks.
Polies,
yeah.
And he just roly poly.
Is that supposed to be like a dust bunny or something? What?
You don't know what a roly poly is? It's an insect.
Wow.
They their defense mechanism is they curl up in a ball and roll away. It's like have you seen? I don't know, like a snail shell.
Yeah.
Like without the snail, you know how it's like circular.
Yeah.
That's what a roly poly looks like when they
Fair.
roll it. Except it's black instead of like different colors.
On a much more heated topic, some people cannot live life without drama.
Yeah, but usually those are the people who are saying the stuff. The people who are getting it said about them are usually pretty pissed off.
Yeah, no, it's not, dude. It's not even about like spreading stuff about me per se. It's about in general. Like, there's just certain things about other people you shouldn't be talking about.
Yeah.
That's one. Like, it's like, come on, dude.
You're a lot more confrontational than me, though. Like, when that happens, I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna. Like, I'm a big forgive but never forget. You know, like if you fuck me over once, that's it. Like, you will not be getting any favors from me. I will not ever ask you for a favor. Like, I'm just done.
I don't know what I would do anymore. Like, I always said that, like what you're saying, but then now I'm at a point where it's like, you know, let's take it into like a jury, like in my head. Mm-hmm. You know?
Well, I mean, over time, you know, like there's some people who fucked me over in high school, and 10 years from now, you know, if for some reason we reconnect, you know, they could be completely different people. I actually had a person call me.
That's true, though. People do change.
Yeah, you know, I had someone call me that I haven't talked to in a few years, just like DM me out of the blue and was like, yo, call me. So, you know, I called the person, and we were talking, and they were like, yo, if you saw me now, if you were talking with me now, like in person, I'm not the same person that like you remember. And I was like, I don't remember who you were, because I pushed myself away from you so far that I don't even know who you were. So who you are now, it's like, I don't know if you could be different, but at the same time, you know, our paths aren't crossing soon, so it doesn't really.
Like my I know what you're talking about, but my mindset, I feel like now is like either I love the person like 100%, like I take a bullet for him, I'm really close with him, or like, you know, I don't mind you. Like, you know, I could hang out with this guy.
Yeah, it's
but yeah.
You either have best friends or acquaintances at this point.
But now there's no other side of the spectrum is what I'm trying to say. I don't have animosity, hatred, or disdain for anybody. I'm only at the point where it's like, I just couldn't care about this person.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to jump ahead of one of our topics that we have written down here. With that you were saying right there about not having any animosity, there was a guy that I was working, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy came up to me asking me a few questions. He was upset.
This was like before, like
it was yesterday.
Oh crap!
Yeah, he was upset because we didn't have something that he wanted, and
just the regular like.
Well, his boss his boss's kids had stolen this item from him.
Nice.
And so, you know, it just got swept under the rug. And the boss was like, yo, here's my card. Go buy whatever they took, you know, whatever. So he was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
So we get there, or he gets there. We don't have the item. He's upset. He's like, well, at least I can come grab what else. And he was really like...
Oh, he was a nice guy.
He was upset. He wasn't rude to me. You know, like he kind of looked at me for a second. He was like, what do you mean you don't have it? And I was like, we don't have it. And he was like, there's nothing I can do. We can't order it because it's not in stock, yada, yada, yada. And he was a little rude to his wife, and I was a little upset about that. But, you know, can't fix everything. So I bit my tongue because he was an older fellow. And, you know, I went to go help him find the other stuff. And so he was just like, fuck it. I mean, this is on the company card. I'll buy 3 of each of these. And so I was like, he's like, if you're going to fucking steal from me, then, you know, and your daddy's not going to say anything about it, and your daddy's it's going to come out of his pocket. So he took all this stuff, but the whole time he was super calm. He was very upset. You could tell he was upset. He was flustered, but he was very calm. And I'm trying to work on that. And you talking about not having any animosity for people. I'm trying to get there. You know, people piss me off. People fuck you over.
Yeah.
But it's like, you just got to get past it.
And
you know?
obviously my thing is with that, like obviously, dude, you know me so well. Like I'm not perfect. I'm far from it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, somebody almost hits you with their car while you're walking here, and you want to give them the death penalty. So not perfect, but
well, you know, like I don't hate them, but it's like, do you deserve to live when you're driving around foolishly with a weapon? Anyways,
or maybe do you deserve to drive the weapon if you don't know how to use the weapon, rather than taking their life instead of the weapon?
Okay, so we can present a lifelong ban from driving in that scenario, and if they decide to break that law, then you know, them and that's their second chance, and they threw it away. So them and their family would have to be executed because obviously the family didn't know how to raise a person who could follow laws. So bye bye now.
And that calmness. And that animosity.
Like I said, I don't hate any of them, you know, but it's just like now we have to set an example for everyone else.
Like that's even more black-hearted, though, that you have no emotion toward them.
No, it's more no emotion, but it's like, wow, like not only did I give this guy a chance, he threw that chance back in my face full speed. For that person. No. I'm just giving a fact about what, hypothetically what that person had done, and the family had seen that their, son or daughter was given a second chance. They didn't listen. They didn't try to reprimand or, fix the situation. They just dealt with it and basically said...
So you're neutral?
Yeah.
Then that's no emotion. No,
not neutral, but I'm just... Yes, no, you were given... I take that back. I wasn't neutral. Like, neutral would be, okay, he broke the law once, that's it. But, I'm being... All right, you know what?
Consequences are negative towards him. You have that.
Well, he's the person that broke the law.
You have no emotion in your consequence. Like you enforcing the consequence, you're doing it without emotion.
Well, the law is there in black
heartless,
and white, but
literally heartless.
Dude, heartless would be me not caring about the laws. Me wanting the laws to be enforced. That's a different story. That's like, wow, this guy cares so much.
Yes.
He's looking out for everybody else.
Oh my God.
He's looking out for all of humanity.
Your mindset and the structure and like the ridges of your brain, the way that your thoughts process blows my mind, because you can be one of the most caring people and just so you have so much love for your culture and the people you grew up with and the people like you, but as soon as somebody does just a minor thing, it's like straight to death penalty. Like there's so many other steps.
All right,
and you're just like, no.
Let me give you a situation then. Let's say this. All right, so this guy's walking around. He's having a tough time. He's stressed. He's like, he's going through his own thing.
Okay.
So right there, the problem's internal. It's only him. Granted, there's a lot of fat, but he's dealing with that. It's his problem. But then he snaps and he kills this other random guy. What do you do to that guy?
You lock him up.
Wow. Okay. See, so now we're already here. I'm not saying automatic death penalty.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm saying you go to that guy's family, because that guy could have been a son, obviously, a father, a brother, a husband. He could have been all these things, and now he's dead. So you took your problem that was internal, and you made all these other people suffer a depression from losing somebody.
Here's the trouble. You are focusing on one. You're focusing on that one person and all the people that it affected around that one person.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's great. But I have a group mind about this. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, let's take that one person who altered what we had going on, the perfect spin of everything going on, everyone alive, everyone going on, him dealing with his own thing,
Okay.
and not getting the attention or whatever that he needed.
Okay.
Let's take him, put him alone. Not alone, but like monitor him, put him in a place where we can study and try to figure out what's wrong with him, what made him snap, and fix it.
Oh no, there's already
Because
an issue for that, but you skipped over it entirely.
What's that?
Well, if he's that bad, like if his emotional state and his mindset is that bad, you obviously know he couldn't have been raised correctly. So,
Okay.
so you go to his parents and you pretty much tell them, listen, you're not fit to be parents. Don't have a kid again. You're
Okay,
banned.
but here's the problem.
No.
No, there's
I'm not completely serious with these.
There's a line right here.
Okay.
My grandfather was not raised well.
Okay.
He had a terrible childhood, did not know when he was going to get his next meal.
But was that terrible childhood, or was that like, because times were different back then? Like, I don't know how old your grandfather is. Mine was, dude, when he passed, he was 95.
No, my grandfather was 60. So he's still...
My grandfather grew up in, like,
you know?
Great Depression era.
No.
So that's why when you said, doesn't know where his meal's coming from, mine had that same, but it was just, they were so poor.
No. Mine was closer to now. Like,
Okay.
whenever there's food available, if you have the money to buy it, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You know? His dad was just a terrible person. Didn't know when his next meal was going to come. Had to be the older brother, and he was the middle brother. He did not grow up well, and he had some bad influences, yada, yada, yada. And instead of doing the scenario that you thought of, that we've been talking about, where he loses his mind, breaks, snaps, kills somebody, every time that somebody comes to his house, he makes sure they're full. He will cook for hours and hours and hours if you will eat for hours and hours and hours.
Oh, that's it. Okay,
So
that example that you listed,
but
but you listed a completely different example. Okay.
How so?
Another one. Because you're talking about food. I'm talking about people. Okay.
No.
Let's say there's this guy, there's this kid.
My grandpa never snapped. He took the bad thing and made a good thing from it. This guy didn't. So why?
Okay, if there was a pie chart, well, people have different gateways also to deal with their problems. Your grandfather, I assume, being a southern man from a rural area, more or less had religion as a gateway. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have religion as a gateway, you don't really get to hone and develop. Like, what am I? Because I'm a religious guy, so I'm talking about myself too in this. But your morals and everything is already listed. You know the do's and don'ts. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot easier when you're religious to look at what you're supposed to be like and say, okay, this is the kind of guy I'm going to be. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whereas if you don't have that gateway, which a lot of people up here, I don't want to say unfortunately because everyone's got their own choice, but they don't turn towards their religion. They turn towards a lot of other things.
Well, I was growing up in religion.
You see what I mean? So you have a different, already, your basis is different, your mentality is different.
But I kind of stepped out of that basis because everyone who is not religious says this, but one of the things it says is do not judge. It is not your place.
Of course, yeah, of course. But even religious people should believe that, but they don't. So.
And I agree. I agree that there is there is morality, and you should do this and do that. But I also believe that there are more people dealing with what that said person is dealing with, and if we can normalize a gateway or normalize, whatever it is, experimenting with gateways, whether it be religion, medication, therapy, because everything works for different people.
I get what you're saying, but the bigger problem in all of it is people need to look at themselves and just kind of remind themselves, like, yeah, I'm going through it, but at the end of the day, this is a me problem. I don't need to drag everyone else and harm this guy or this girl or do this or that, because then, I take it from me and I blow it up, and now everyone else has problems because of me. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the problem is, I'll give you.
So then how do we fix that? That's why you don't kill that guy.
It starts with the individual realizing I have to do something on my own, not take it out on other people. That's where it starts. I need to. It's a me, not a we. It's a me.
You believe people change, right?
Yeah.
That dude.
Oh, I'm not serious about killing him off. I'm not serious about that. I'm just it's just Dude, you're talking.
You drive me crazy.
I did psychology in college. I know
you did.
So, and that's why I'm trying to pursue my career in. So I'm not gonna kill the mentally ill. I'm just spitballing ideas. It's not out of the question.
Stop!
Yeah, I'm gonna keep flipping back and forth. Yo, on this note though.
Yeah, let's get into your Hold My Cups.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a heated episode the entire time.
I need you on this. I need the people listening on this. This is for real. Okay, let me preface the whole thing by saying, I'm not gonna be that guy. Blah blah. Gender roles. Okay, like a guy has, whether we'd like to admit it or not, there's certain expectations set in society. Same thing for a girl. Are they all right? Of course not. Is it a good basis where we can start picking and choosing? Okay, that's fair enough. It's a good drawing board to look at. Okay, let's see how I deviate from quote unquote normal. But in this case, when you talk to a guy, I have some friends where I could keep you look at them, eye to eye, and you're just being real with each other. Obviously, you're clowning around 90% of the time. There's times where you guys got to really talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just you got to vent, and that's your guy, and you can talk to him. Sometimes you're he's going through something, you got to talk to him. So there's always something, but you need to be able to sit down and have a man-to-man with each other. You know what I mean? That's the important thing. So there's this one guy, I love him to death at the end of the day. I love him to death. But dude, and I don't mean this insultingly, but I know it's going to come out like that to any lady listeners. Dude, the guy is just a chick in a guy's body.
Bro, you didn't tell me we were talking about me. You didn't tell me we were having a fucking...
No, dude.
No, I'm kidding.
No, but this
guy...
guy...
I get what you're saying.
Dude, he's... Let me give you an example.
He's got soft skin.
No, it's nothing physical. But
No. That was a metaphor.
Oh, yeah. He's very thin-skinned. Yes,
yeah.
I agree, yeah. Say...
I was not talking about his moisturizing regimen.
I know, so I was like, I don't judge guys with soft skin. You can't help that.
I mean, listen, soft hands are great to touch, so...
There you go. But, no, he... So let's say me and you are already hanging out.
Okay.
All right? And I get a text from him.
He expects you to drop everything.
Not only that, but then say I'm like, when a chick gets mad, ladies, you do this, all right? It's just a matter of whether you're going to admit to it or not admit to it. But you all do this. So whenever you get some kind of bad news, or not even bad news, it just didn't go the way you planned, which to them is the worst thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, do you notice how their grammar changes? Do you get what I'm saying? Their grammar changes entirely. They start using unnecessary periods. They're using punctuation. They don't know what that is. They pull
their knees to the opposite side of the car and look out the window.
Yeah, dude, it's so annoying. It's just talk to me. It's not like I did anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. Let's just talk. It didn't go the way you planned, but we can reschedule. That's how it works. At least with with guy friends, it's usually not like that at all. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, hit me up tomorrow. All right, that's it. It's that simple. But dude, with this guy, it's you'll get the silent treatment a chick gives. Oh. Dude, and say I'm hanging, there'll be a sense of jealousy that I'm hanging out with you and not that guy. But it's dude, are you serious? What? At the end of the day, you're talking to somebody, a chick, I might add. We're not like that. We don't eat from that side of the buffet, which is fine if you do. I don't. But take it easy, bro. Why are you getting jealous of one of your guy friends hanging out with another dude? Why are you getting all emotional about it? What's the matter with you? Sorry, that's
I'm
it.
so thankful that none of my friends are like that because I struggle. I always try to
And he's such a good guy. He's one of those guys you can't kick off to the curb because he's one of your guys, But yeah,
I struggle with just trying to do everything for everyone and with everyone. So it wasn't until maybe a month ago that I would come home and I get work or whatever. I'd be like, damn, I can't wait to go home and play this game and level up or whatever. And then I would get home and get a text from a guy and he would be like, yo, you want to play? And I love playing with a guy. He's super dope, super fun to talk to, but he always wants to play this game that I'm just not super fond of. And it wasn't until recently that I was like, nah, bro, I don't think I'm going to be able to, hop on that. And
you basically, you're saying you learned how to say no, not right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
it has taken me 19 years to learn how to say no.
I'm still trying to learn how to perfect it. A lot of times I'm always like, yeah.
Tell me about it for sure.
It's definitely, again, something we're just going to learn with it, dude.
The only time that I can say no and feel good about it is if work is in the way. If I have to edit the podcast at night.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do my entire night just that, and somebody's like, "Yo, you want to play games tonight?" I'll be like, no. Like, and I don't feel bad about that.
The only time I can
actually
say
have work to
no
do.
and feel good about it, like what you're saying, is when there's
when it's a chick.
when there's a loose woman in the street trying to get me to stray away from God and commit sinful acts of premarital sex.
You can never say no to that.
That's when I can say no on the spot without even thinking twice. I'll look at her dead in the eye and be like, not today. Maybe if you present yourself in a different light and we get married first and do things the right way,
I thought
I'll
you were
do
just
it.
about to switch. Not today. Maybe. Okay, yes. I will definitely do premarital sexual acts with you.
No chick can ever get me to stray from God. Sorry. I'm as holy as they come.
Okay.
I'm surprised. Like, for those of you who can't see, obviously you can't see us right now, but Sheldon, every time I can't see. Every podcast we record together, Sheldon's wearing sunglasses because, as those of you remember, if you read Exodus, there was a burning bush that was so bright.
From
the light being radiated from that bush was so intense.
You know what I did forget to wear?
That Moses couldn't look at it. So Sheldon's wearing sunglasses.
You were so.
You're talking to the bush.
Don't have sunglasses.
You're talking to the burning bush.
No. I'm talking to a dude full of shit is what I'm talking to.
The oracle. The bush said some things.
The bush is
and
full
Moses
of shit.
listened. This bush is saying some things and nobody's listening. I mean, you know.
This bush smells like a trash fire. This
you know what's crazy
this
too?
bush got dead leg.
I wear slides everywhere.
Basketball.
I wear slides. No, I'm way better now. But dude, look at this.
Oh my god.
No, they're showing everywhere now. I'm bruised up everywhere.
Jeez, dude.
That guy. All right, like, I feel bad. I didn't tell you this part. The guy later on. We're not doctors. Obviously, we don't have tests. But there is a very high probability the guy tore his Achilles. So for those who don't know, it's right in the back of your heel. It's
like your
tendon.
ankle.
Yeah, basically. And that guy was playing dirty the whole time, throwing elbows left and right. The entire time, in all fairness, I got him back once and got him. I thought I broke his nose, but it didn't justify everything he did. Like dude, Sheldon sees how bad the bruise is. If I'd show you, I'd roll it all the way up and show you by my hips too. It's bad. It's bad. Like that guy really got marks in. So then when I heard all you hear is "oh shit," and a guy like falls on the floor, I turn around. And it's him, and like he can't stand back up, and he's grabbing his ankle. So naturally, at first, like I've gotten sprained ankles a million times. Anyone who's played with me can tell you it happens so often, it gets me angry. So that's what I assumed. I was like, oh, he sprained his ankle, a big whoop. He's not gonna continue today, but he'll be better in a couple days, maybe a week. He's telling me straight up, he's like, yo, I can't feel this, and there's like a weird tingle. And later on, he tries to stand up and he couldn't walk. Like, even with a bad sprain, like, it hurts, but, like, he was like, it's bad. Like, it's bad. So, and I wanted to, if this was a perfect world, you could look at him and be like, well, dude, if you weren't throwing elbows, and if we didn't choose to be so nice and not retaliate, God himself looked at you, and he was like, wow, I need to step in and do something. And torn Achilles, there you go.
Terrible.
Don't play dirty.
You're terrible. One time... so we used to be idiots, not even gonna lie. Me and my brothers, and so I would shadow box with my like second oldest brother.
Yeah.
And I would always get him, like I'd be throwing the punches, and I would always get him because I would fake a knee until he would go to block the knee, and then I would throw a jab in there, and he would always fall for it.
I would just tell him, like, it's boxing. He can't use his legs. Don't look. To stop.
But the problem with him was at the time he had a really small, like a really short neck, and his shoulders were just really big, so his neck was kind of small. Oh my god. But anyways, he was like, it was difficult. We would do the chokeholds, like the rear naked
like
chokes.
submissions and stuff. Yeah.
And it was really difficult to get him. Because of that, and the trick is you can take it and like press your index finger at their nose, like under their nostrils, and pull up, and they will always move up because that little bone right there has a pressure point on it. It hurts so bad if you do that. So they'll pull up.
I'm gonna gross you out after this. Like I can go next to you and mine cracks. I broke my nose.
No, I'm good. But I couldn't hardly get him And this has nothing to do with him. It was just kind of something that one of my other brothers, he had a long neck at the time because he had just hit a growth spurt. So he had a long neck, so it was really easy to get underneath him. So we like to
He had a long
tag team
neck.
him and stuff to try to get under. Yeah.
Did you say a long neck?
Stop. So I ended up, I kicked his leg out from under him, and I had him in the rear naked choke. So all of his body weight was like on his head and neck.
Oh, dude.
And I just squeezed, and I didn't realize how tight I was squeezing, and he went limp, and I was like, what?
He blacked out?
I blacked my brother. I knocked my brother out. So I laid him down, and he started seizing, and I was like, Dad. It's very common for people who get knocked out to seize, but we freaked out. He was like, let's not do that again.
Was he like breathing hard in and out, like kind of convulsing a little bit?
Yes,
like,
he was convulsing.
Yeah,
and
that's
he had
pretty,
it in the foam, but he only seized for like 7 seconds, and he hasn't had any brain damage, so
I forget what the emergency limit
good.
was for that.
For what?
They said like I just had to take something on it. I mean, when you pass the test and you just throw all the knowledge away because yeah. But on it was something about a seizure, and when it's like, okay, now we have to call an ambulance. Like this is emergency.
Yeah, my dad had just realized what was going on, and my brother was like, "What happened?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I thought I killed you."
Did you get whooped afterwards?
No.
Oh.
I probably should have, but my dad just kind of looked at me and he was like, let's not play around like that anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. I think he didn't whoop me because he could see how scared I was. I was terrified.
That's fair. That's something a dad would do. He'd be like, all right, the mental instability this kid has right now is good enough. He doesn't need a whooping.
Oh yeah, I'm my oh my God, stroke. I'm my own worst enemy with that kind of stuff. Like I get in my head and it's over. My dad grounded me for a month for something, and I mean he ended up ungrounding me within like 2.5, 3 weeks because I was just so like hard on myself that he was like, okay, that's enough.
Oh.
Do you have anything else to talk about, my friend?
No, I just wanted to take a second to say
long neck.
Stop. Oh my God.
Some we should give our boys some shout out, the ones that like listen consistently.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. We love you, boys.
Yeah, I love my guy Nick, Chris, and Bridget. Yeah, they're cool as hell. They're always giving back
Dope.
criticism, always watching.
You guys should write in.
High key.
Give us your names, bro.
High key. Yeah.
All right.
My jersey. We are the greatest. Time to show it on paper,
I was
baby.
literally
Time
about
to do it.
call you out because you didn't say anything right at the end, and then like end the episode, so you couldn't.
You know what? All the people have in common that I called out. They all live in New Jersey.
You realize how I didn't call anybody out because if I called their name out, your eardrums would have exploded with their greatness. Burning bush my ass.
Yeah, but all I know is the people writing in are gonna want some burning bush advice. So I'm all ears.
Burning bush has a completely different
STD free burning bush.
STD free burning bush. We're going strictly religious here. All right, well that's gonna be all for this episode. We love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Write in.
Keep supporting your boys.
Keep supporting. We love you guys. We're so thankful for all of your support. And we will see you next week.
Peace out, you guys. Deuces.
And let's say you say deuces, I say peace out.
Deuces, you guys.
Peace out.